MKO, baby. Yeah. Tell them check out the blog, bro. YouTube channel called MKO. It's pugilism, boxing algorithm. M stand for Marvin and Kevin's initials KO. Ladies and gentlemen, it's MKO.
Pugilism.
Talking all things boxing. Back again for another vid. Another one of these fights that was one of these world title fights on the Miami card that happened Thursday. It happened on this Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
And so
fight that week,
yeah, there was 3 world title fights on this card, and this is now the third one we're talking about here, nearly the main event. And this was Tevin, the American Idol Farmer, versus JoJo Diaz. And the fighter records going into this fight were 30 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw with 6 KOs for Tevin Farmer. And we had JoJo Diaz, 30 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, 15 KOs. And this was for the IBF Junior Lightweight title.
Which is Tevin Farmer's holding, right?
Yep. Tevin Farmer was the champion going into this. Oh, with okay. And yeah, these guys, as you know, me and Kev were discussing beforehand. They've
pretty much been sourcing each other out for a while. You know, they have consultation when they both just giving it back to back. Somewhere, I'm not sure if it was a press conference or just somewhere on the road or somewhere, but they had a massive crowd on both sides, like just literally giving it to each other, like hyping up this fight. You know, we knew this fight was going to happen. They both be hyping it. They both wanted to fight. So this fight was definitely made to happen a while ago. Yeah, that's a little history. They both just been on social media as well, calling each other out as well on Instagram. So modern day technology, big thing. That's how it goes nowadays. You know, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You know, so this guy's been calling each other out. So yeah, they made it happen. They definitely won't. They didn't go around the bushes, they didn't go around the back, so they just made it happen after pulling each other out. You know, sometimes you get some fighters pulling each other around on social media, even meeting up in person, and they don't make anything happen.
Yeah, it just becomes bluster. You know, it's unfortunate that. But
to me, it also was a good fight. Someone like JoJo Diaz, it's definitely been groomed, you know, since he was a kid to become this fighter. Very similar to Canelo to me.
Yes, they've been groomed for that stardom.
Yeah, it's been good for the stardom. You know, he's like, very
got his blonde hair or platinum hair or whatever it is. Yeah,
solid guy, very well controlled. You know, put a lot of good combos together, and then I think he was ready for this fight.
Definitely, and I mean, going into it, as we said, these are good fighters. Farmer known for defensive wizardry, just being very, very good. You know, he's got that purebred Philly style, shoulder roll, head movement. You know, some of them moves are Mayweather-esque or Mayweather Senior-esque or that sort of Philly generation. There's that crab shell defense. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So I was going to say, this guy that passed away recently, something Whitaker.
Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker.
Was he from Philly as well?
Pernell, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I don't know whether he was from Philly.
It's interesting because he had that little
he was a southpaw and he sort of used his distance very well. He was some fighter that was amazing.
He kind of remind me similar. I think Farmer has
a because they're both southpaws. I get small guys, southpaws. So, I mean, I think Sweet Pea though could whack a bit though. Whitaker could whack, so he could bang a bit.
That's what Farmer was missing actually. See that on his record. Well, he had how many knockdowns? 6 KOs. 6 KOs,
which is nothing.
He has that 15, which shows you what's got power there, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Numbers don't lie.
Exactly, and I mean, we know of this. A bit of history going into this bout was that Diaz's only loss came against Gary Russell Jr. And Gary Russell Jr. is a superb talent, another gifted southpaw. They say some of the fastest hands in boxing, and his only losses come to the great wizard, the Matrix, Vasily Lomachenko. So, I mean, you know, Diaz's record was good coming into this. I mean, to have only lost to Russell Jr., I mean, Russell Jr. is rapid, and he can bang a bit as well. So, no disgrace. And I mean, it's interesting with Farmer's record as well that, you know, going into his, I came to find out that, you know, he obviously had 4 losses, and this is the generation where it's all about the O. Floyd Mayweather started not rumor, what am I saying? He made it a marquee thing that you've got to have the O. And now people are sort of influenced by this thing of, oh, if you've got 1 loss, you're terrible and blah, blah, blah. And in this era, you know, you might look down on a guy like Farmer because he had 4 losses coming into this. And, you know, one of those losses was actually in his debut. I was looking up his record yesterday, and, you know, he lost his professional debut.
That's it,
and he lost in an interesting order because he lost fight number 1, then he lost fight number 4, and then he lost fight number 8, and then he lost fight number 12. So it goes 4, 8, 12 for his losses. And, you know, his last one was no disgrace though, because it came in 2012 to Jose Pedraza. And Jose Pedraza is another very gifted fighter, very good fighter. I mean, he's another guy who's only lost to the best. You know, so some of his losses were a bit bad.
When you lose people like that, then you shouldn't be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, I think Pedraza was 10-0 when he fought Farmer, so early in both their careers. So, you know, it shows you also that Farmer wasn't afraid of taking risks.
He wasn't.
You know, he says he wasn't taking boxing too seriously at this time, so, you know, who knows. But, so he wasn't coming with a perfect record, but he was coming with a good record of not having lost since Pedraza. So from 2012 to 2020, he hadn't lost. So that's nearly 8 years without a loss. So, you know, as much as he's not undefeated, but he's come back from the defeats, become a world champion, and he was on a good run of form.
Also, if you remember, maybe 2-3 years ago, he also got shot in the hand as well.
You see this.
And he's been having hand problems since as well. So he talks about it. He goes, I have a hand problem, but I don't talk about it because I don't want to make excuses about, you know, just getting there and fighting. Really. So that just shows you he's a warrior, you know. But on that fight now, I just believe that Diaz, like JoJo Diaz, came to fight. He was more hungrier. He wanted to win that championship. You know, he wanted to be on the A side. You know, he was like with that cut in his eye. That didn't affect him at all. He adjusted to it, he adapted to the cut.
It was as if it didn't happen.
It was as if he actually made him fight even better. You know, so he was more on regard on that day.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw from, you know, opening rounds, you know, both guys. It's one of those fights where the first half of it was very competitive. You know, first, second, third, really competitive. But one thing you did notice, if you watch carefully, is that the fight was fought at Diaz's distance. Because we knew going into it, Diaz needed to get close. He needed to rough Farmer up. And sort of, although as competitive as it was, you always saw that if you got a sort of keen eye for the boxing, you know, you saw that it was fought at his distance and his sort of pace. Because Farmer was willing to just sort of be in punching range with him, and that's how it took. So he was still competitive going in, but then once it got to the halfway stage, you know, all those combinations, so getting to round 6, 7, etc., all those combinations to the body that Diaz was landing in the early rounds, first, second going on, they started to take effect. And you and I both noticed that the 7th round, you saw Farmer's mouth now hanging open. He now started breathing heavy and started to fatigue. But so by about the halfway stage, it was still competitive, but you could see one guy was fresher.
That's right.
And that guy was Diaz.
That's right.
For sure.
And then that's what he said as well, that he kept looking up. Like,
yes, he was looking, maybe the clock or...
We don't know exactly what, but he was looking up. He'd done it more than once. You know, that was quite weird when I saw that. You know.
Yes. Yeah, that was a strange
He was
one.
definitely gassed, and it was tired. It was definitely more tired, as Marvin said, in this fight. And you know, and Diaz seemed like he kept the same energy from round 1 to round, you know, to the end of the round. So it was definitely Diaz fight. He wanted the fight so much. To me, he was more hungry for this fight. And he wanted it badly at the end of the fight. He was crying tears.
Oh, God,
like I told you, he really wanted it. You know, people
this
was down
was
to him.
his night.
You know, that was his night. So it was a good fight. I respect the guy a lot from, you know, from putting that work after that massive cut. You know.
Yeah, because it was bad.
Yeah, it was. Really bad.
It was
very bad.
I mean,
really bad.
It was at least, I think, to look at it, it was sort of on the level of when Fury fought when he fought Otto Wallin. It was that sort of cut, but the difference was somehow, some way, it didn't get worse, and that was what that was what I think most observers were anticipating was. It's going to get worse. Yeah, but for some reason, it just didn't. And for him, you could see in his head, he wasn't bothered.
Yeah.
And that's that's a good lesson even for kids coming up into boxing. You let your cut man worry about the cut. Let your cut man, you just worry about boxing. Just worry about getting to that other guy. Hit that guy more than he hits you. And he showed a great heart and great sort of determination because he said, right, I'm not going to let this slick boxer outslick me or whatever. You know, I'm not going to give him time to work and give him time to do all this maneuvering. He said, no, I'm going to whack you, I'm going to hit you to your body, I'm going to hurt you, and I'm going to make it my fight. You're not going to have your fight, I'm going to fight my fight.
He was really, everywhere. It was him
anywhere available.
Shoulder, anywhere. It was just going body, head, body. No, it was good counter punches as well.
Yeah,
right. So,
excellent display.
It's a good box. I can see him going pretty far. You know, if you keep that work rate up, that same energy up. You know, he definitely got. After the fight, I was like, licking my lips. Tank.
Yes. I mean,
a good fight though.
It's I want to see that. Yeah, I think that's the perfect
obviously
match.
In that fight, I was thinking about Farmer and Tank, but then after that fight, I'm like, you know, Tank and
Diaz.
And Diaz. That's what I was thinking after that fight. It makes perfect sense. Because they both guys strong guys, so and they both guys want to make statement. And I like Diaz because he throw combos.
That's right.
Doesn't throw as much combo.
Yeah, he's like a one punch at a time.
Yeah,
sort of
so
guy,
I would like to see how Tank would do with someone like Diaz that throw combos like, you know, head, body all together in one like sequence. Like so it's good to see that fight.
I'd pick I mean, to be honest with you,
You'd pick Tank in it.
But not that confidently because do you know what? Diaz is up. You can see the difference. Diaz is up for it.
Discipline.
Tank is becoming more. I don't know. He's a very talented guy, but he's a bit political, isn't he? And it's all this. Oh, you've got these losses, so I'm not going to fight you. Which is that's how a manager and a businessman thinks. That's not a fight. Yeah, that's a Floyd thing.
That's not, mental, you know, right? So
but Floyd do that at the end of his career when he can do it.
Yeah.
This is a young guy in his 20s talking about because you've got this and you're with. No. Let's think like fighters and let the best fight the best. Forget all this. Oh, you're that street and I'm. No, man. Let's just have a fight.
He hasn't had any loss, right, Tank?
No, Tank is undefeated.
Yeah, that's probably why he's running his mouth like that, I suppose. I hope he doesn't say that to Diaz when Diaz call him out, and I think Diaz will call him out eventually.
Yeah, I don't know who his advisor is, but I don't know if maybe if they're both Al Heyman guys or something, which I don't know though if Diaz is. I don't know.
Well, I guess I should say they have a rematch course for this fight.
So then they
Farmer,
might get
So if he fights Farmer again and he beat Farmer again, then I'm guessing that's the person.
That's a statement.
That's a statement, and then because Farmer wants to fight Tank, you know. Then now that Diaz beat Farmer, then the person that he should fight that is someone that Farmer be calling out himself, which is Tank.
Yeah.
So it will make sense, right, to call out someone. He's the money guy too as well.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, he's now got a belt, Diaz. So
exactly.
So he's finally, as they say, got the world championship.
So he's got the belt that Farmer had. before. So now,
yes, that's right.
And then Tank wanted that belt. If he did fight him, that he would have taken that belt too.
Yeah.
So now the only person who can take that belt off now is Diaz if he kept it in the rematch clause. So
I mean, I mean, I suppose that's the one for us. We'd like to see, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis, JoJo Diaz. You know, if we don't see a rematch with this one, that would be fantastic. That would be fun because it's two aggressive southpaws. Love
that'll be a good fight as well. DD, you know, Diaz and Davis. You know,
absolutely, man.
Good.
Yeah,
man. That's what we're covering today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You know, have you got any more stuff to say, Marvin?
Yeah, I mean, that's about it. Yeah, definitely tune in, guys, to the next video. There's going to be more content coming, dropping very soon. So until next time, MKO Pugilism, over and out. See you next time.
It's subjectivity, never follow fashion. We're sweet science connoisseurs and we got in store